Okay. So starting in a comfortable stance. So a comfortable stance allows the breath to settle. It allows the breath to travel cleanly and allow the body to gently sway. Allow the body to relax. Halfway, the crown, top of the head is lifted up. So we're creating space through the spine. We're opening up the vertebrae in the spine. Hui in, the center of the pelvic area, is gently lifted, cradling ourselves. And with each breath, allowing ourselves to relax and soften a little more. Okay, starting to work through the body and relax different sections. So mobilizing the neck, no particular movement here. Just creating space, opening up the space between the vertebrae, releasing. And once we've created a little bit of space in the neck, we can shift the awareness down into the mid-spine and here, draw the shoulder blades together. Then release the shoulder blades apart. Draw in, squeeze the shoulder blades. Release the shoulder blades. Once more. Squeeze. Release. And then we roll the shoulders. So lifting the shoulders up on the in-breath, releasing down on the out-breath. So following the breath, rolling the shoulders. And then we're going to increase this movement by involving the elbows and the hands. So on the in-breath, the hands rise at the front, the shoulders rise up. On the out-breath, the hands sink at the sides, so the shoulders sink down. Allowing the movement to come up to a size that feels useful for you. And all we're doing here is relaxing. We're creating space. There's no other intention. But we're mobilizing the spine. A couple more times in this direction. And then the next time the hands get to the top, allow them to pause at the top. And then the out-breath sinks down the front of the body. This time, the hands open up at the sides. So reversing the movement round. And again, the intention here is opening up the space in the back, in the arms, in the shoulders, relaxing. Enjoying the movement. A couple more times. The next time the hands come down, allow them to just hang by the sides and the body to gently sway. So enjoying the space that we've created in the spine, in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the wrists, in the hands. Okay, mobilizing the pelvic area. Put the hands onto the hips. So when I say the hips, actually onto the hip joints. Make contact with the hip joints. And then circle the tailbone. So quite a small movement to start with. And allowing the tailbone to do fairly small circles. Allowing this part of the body to soften. And with the hands on the hips, you can feel just how much movement you've actually got in this part of the body. Okay, to do the form, normally we'd have the hands up onto the hips, up onto the lowest rib. And if we do that, this is the height that the movement comes up to. So this movement is really just between the knees and the lowest rib, circling the pelvic area. We can increase the size of the movement. And then we can release the hands, keep the movement going and allow it to just circle through the whole body. So just sort of relax into it. Allow it to be releasing through the whole body. So here we can also feel it up into the neck, down through the whole of the spine, into the whole of the pelvic area, down through the knees, the ankles, into the feet. And notice the weight shifting around the bottom of the feet, softening the bottom of the feet. Opening Yongchuan. Yongchuan is bubbling spring. It's the balls of the feet. It's kidney 1 in the acupuncture system. So relaxing bottom of feet. And then to help things along, raise the hands up. And on the out breath, push down as if connecting down into the earth. Lift up, connecting up into the center of the abdomen, into lower dantian. Expand out. And gather back. Out. And back. One more. Expanding out through the chi legs. And back into lower dantian. Pausing at lower dantian. And then lifting chi up as if traveling up through the space between the vertebrae, all the way up into the blue sky. And then draw blue sky down through this space you've created, chi flowing well, all the way down into lower dantian. The whole of the spine opening and relaxing. Connecting up. And gathering down. Once more, up. And down. And when the hands are connected in this time, open the elbows, open the wrists, open the arms, relax out in all directions, release out in all directions. And then draw blue sky back inside. A couple of times, expanding out in all directions, relaxing. Draw blue sky back. Once more, expand out. And gather back. Pausing at lower dantian, pausing with the hands connected back into the abdomen. And noticing the space inside. Then allowing the awareness to expand out slightly, noticing the space immediately around yourself. Noticing the chi body. And then expand the awareness further. Notice this group of people, everyone connected, everyone practicing together, everyone supported, and everybody supporting this chi field, this connection. And then expanding the awareness out further into blue sky, out into Hunyuan Chi, where everything is connected, everything is supported, and then gently draw the mind back, draw the awareness back into lower dantian, into your center, and relax the hands to the sides. Okay, today we'll start practice just by turning the thumbs forwards. Turn thumbs forwards, open front of body up. Turn thumbs back, separate the shoulders, bow body down slightly, open the back. So thumbs move forwards, open front of body up. Thumbs draw back, open the back. Alternating between those two at a speed that makes sense to you. It may be taking time to open, it may be coordinating with the breath. Just notice what makes sense today. And then rise the movement. So the thumbs turn a little bit further. And when the thumbs turn back, they turn a little bit further. The body bows down a little bit further. At the front, the hands rise up a little more. So gradually increasing the size of the movement, and here we start to coordinate it with the breath. So as the hands rise up, this becomes an in-breath, opening up the lungs. As the body bows down, this becomes an out-breath. So moving at the pace of your breath today, opening up the lungs, opening up the lung channels. Keeping this going. A few more times at this size. And then we increase the size of the movement. So we maybe bow down a little bit more. Rise up a little bit more. And now we're bringing focus into Renmai and Dumai, the two central channels. So we're opening up the whole of the back and opening up the whole of the front. But working into these two central channels, they have an effect on the rest of the body. So when the body bows down, it opens out to the tips of the toes. And the body rises up, we extend out to the tips of the fingers, opening space in the entire body. Renmai, Dumai. Couple more times. And then the next time the hands get to the top, allow them to pause at the top, the whole body moving gently. So the whole body swaying like a reed in a river, back and forth, opening the front and the back. Then the hands are connecting up into blue sky, and we gently draw blue sky down, bringing awareness down, and we're going to come down into the top of the neck, and bring the awareness down through the neck, into the mid-spine into the lumbar spine to the tailbone, back to the hips, down through the legs, noticing the knees, noticing the ankles and all the joints in the feet. At the bottom, lift chi up above the head and draw chi down. Down through the bones in the body, down through the top of the neck, down through each vertebra. Bright and healthy. Mid-spine, lumbar spine, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone, back up to the hips, down through the legs. Down into the feet and the toes and lift chi up. Then drawing chi down through the bones, down through the marrow. The marrow is bright and healthy. Bright and healthy. All the way down to the tip of the tailbone. Back to the hips, down through the legs. Couple more times, drawing chi down through the marrow. The marrow includes the brain and the spinal column within Chinese medicine. Draw chi down, the marrow bright and healthy. Chi flowing well. Last time, drawing chi down right the way through the body. Next time it gets to the top, allow the hands to pause. And here we're going to draw the feet close together. So they haven't got to be right together. We're using a closer stance. A single column of chi connecting down, body swaying gently. And then from the top of the spine, roll the body down, one vertebra at a time. Releasing down through the neck and the mid-spine, down into the lumbar, keeping legs straight. All the way down. As far as is comfortable, and then when you're as far as is comfortable, allow yourself to pause, and it's as if the in-breath travels up through the legs, and then on the out-breath, it releases out through the spine and the arms. So breathing out, 1, pressing down, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And allow the body to hang down. The tip of the tailbone is lifted up, which helps to straighten the legs and release the body down. And then sink the tailbone down and allow that movement to unwind the spine from the bottom up, one vertebra at a time, the spine rising up, the arms connecting up into blue sky. And draw chi down. Through upper dantian, the space in the head, middle dantian, the space in the chest, to lower dantian, the space in the abdomen. Connecting down through the legs and lifting chi up. Draw chi down. Upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian. Connecting down and then lifting chi up. Draw chi down to lower dantian and pause at lower dantian when you get there, but take your time, enjoy. Hands resting in front of lower dantian, elbows opened out. And then to finish, we will open the stance. Slightly wider this time, squat into it slightly. And we're going to use a little bit of a Tai Chi ball practice. So one hand reaches out, gathers chi, and draws chi back into lower dantian. And when it comes back, the other hand spirals out, gathers chi, and draws chi back. So alternating the hands, drawing chi back into lower dantian, allowing the body to move easily. So not physically, just enjoying, shifting the weight from one side, drawing blue sky back inside, filling ourselves with chi. A few more times. And then the next time the hands come back in front of lower dantian, allow them to pause, so both hands are resting in front of lower dantian. And then lift chi up as if traveling up through the whole body. Keep the palms facing upright. They connect all the way up into the blue sky. Then the hands spiral out to the sides and spiral back into the abdomen. Hands in front of the body and rising up. Most important piece here, chi rising up through the body. Spiraling out and back inside. Up. Out. And back. Couple more. Up. Out. And back. Up. Out. And back. Up to the top and pause at the top. And then gently draw chi down through upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian. And at the bottom, little fingers push back and the hands spiral out to the sides and up. Draw chi down, upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian. Once more. Draw chi down. Up to the top, pause at the top again. This time draw feet together. And then one last time, draw chi down. Upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian. I said one last time I was lying. We'll go a couple more. Draw chi down. Upper, middle, and lower. And then this is the last one. Connecting up into blue sky. Draw chi down into upper dantian. Pause at upper dantian. Upper dantian full of blue sky. Clear and bright. Chi is abundant. Drawing down to middle dantian. Middle dantian, chi is abundant. All functions normal. Everything healthy. Full of blue sky. Hands down to lower dantian, and lower dantian chi is also abundant. full of hunyuan qi. Release the hands to the sides, and they then expand out in front and gather back. One hand on top of the other, on top of the navel, on top of du qi. The mind coming to rest in lower dantian. Quiet and centered. Full of qi. Full of blue sky. Full of potential. But quiet and relaxed. Release the hands to the sides. Ease back into the physical. And then we finish the session with a joyful haola. Haola is all good already in Chinese. So I will unmute everybody so that everybody can join in on this one. So, raising the hands and on a count of 2. 1, 2. Haola. Oh, one more. Haola. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.